Hello, everybody. Megan here, the Healing Foods Coach, also known as the Faithful Fibromyalgia Warrior. So, what you're seeing in the background here is the photo I've taken of my power chair. It's an electric wheelchair. Now, you can't see it fully. It was too large to fit into the background. But it has a full captain size chair. So, basically, what that means is instead of stopping midway up the back, goes all the way up past the shoulders, and then it has a headrest on top of that. This back here, this is what I used every single day to get around for 4 years. And for the 5 years before that, I relied on the kindness of others to push me around in a manual wheelchair. This doesn't come easily apart, so it was never one we took along for our holidays. So a manual chair is what I used to always have to take along whenever we traveled anywhere. So booking in extra allowances on the plane, making sure that staff could collect it when we got to the gate, so on and so forth. Why am I sharing this image? Well, because today is about some very exciting news I want to share with you guys. So just before I get into it a little further, first, I just want to say thank you to the many, 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 many of you out here who are following me and subscribe to this channel, whether you have been a long-time supporter, which, by the way, I continue to be thankful for, or you are someone who has recently started to subscribe and follow my videos. Thank you so very much. It truly means everything to me, and I appreciate your support. I just want to get out how God has helped me through the carnivore diet to as many people as possible, including you good people. And if you can continue to share what I have to say or what I've learned with others, so much the better. So that's the first bit. I always want to get that out of the way because it's important. I think we always need to acknowledge and be thankful for the support we get in life. Now, what I wanted to share with you guys today is the fact that as of yesterday, I have gone and I've listed this power chair online to finally sell it. I don't need it anymore. Now, if you've watched my other videos, and I know many of you have, you'll know that I've talked about the fact I have not needed to use this power chair since October of last year. That's been 10 months of walking freely, pretty much anywhere I need to go, up to 5 miles. Beyond that, I would take a bus, get a drive, whatever. I'm not going to walk to London anytime soon, obviously. But I've not needed to use this power chair since October of last year. And for the first couple of months, I couldn't quite believe that I was finally healed. I mean, I knew I was. It was that I was so amazed because up until that point, I never thought it would be possible to walk freely again. I thought I might always have to be either using this power chair or being pushed in the manual one. As much as I didn't want to be, I thought that's where I was going to end up. That was just my destiny. That was life. And so when I finally was able to start walking, kind of August, September, short, very short, like half a mile walks, maybe every couple of days, building up to half a mile every day, to a mile and a half. Now I can easily do anywhere from 4 to 6 miles daily, typically. And I feel great when I do it, which is amazing. But I was in so much shock that I could actually walk without needing the wheelchair, like just into town and back, which is a 2-mile round trip. It's not that far, really. I hung on to the wheelchair because there was that part of me that was still thinking to myself, oh, but what if this suddenly goes away tomorrow? What if, even though I think I'm healing and I feel like I'm healing, but what if somehow it's just temporary? What if it just magically disappears one day? And so I hung on to power chair ever since October of last year, just in case. That's me. I often like to refer to it as being a planner, but truthfully, it's more that I'm a bit of an anxious person. And I came to realize over the last couple of weeks that really what it comes down to is I haven't been trusting God. I haven't been faithful about this. If something terrible should happen, if I should get into some sort of horrible accident and I'm paralyzed and I need to be in a wheelchair again, well, just as he provided 4 years ago, well, actually 5 years ago now, when I bought the chair, um, he'll take care of me in the future also. But that's not today, and I can't keep worrying about what might happen one day because it was taking away my joy of living in those moments. And so I finally came to realize that I actually am healed, and getting better and better every day. I've actually not felt this great physically in my entire life ever, truly. And it's amazing. That is for me following the carnivore diet. Now, that may not be the case for everybody, and I completely accept that. You you might be following a carnivore diet, but one that is more on a low carb end of things, where you still keep some plant materials and dairy in your diet. And if that works for you and you're feeling fantastic, awesome. Same for people who choose to go keto. If they can include plants and it doesn't cause them upset or issues, and they seem to thrive on it, then absolutely go right ahead. Fantastic. It's not that I don't like having cappuccinos or a latte with full fat milk. I love them, but I'm lactose intolerant. Therefore, outside of, with the exception of butter, I cannot have dairy. Period. I have a lactose intolerance. I have a gluten intolerance. So anything that contains gluten, I don't have, period. In fact, I don't do well with any plants of any kind because I have extremely sensitive gut and very high reactive irritable bowel syndrome. And so, in order to keep those symptoms away, which I've been able to do now, I've had to keep all plants out of my diet. Not because I hate them. I loved my vegetables and fruits, and I accept and I admit that, yes, you have to be careful. There's phytonutrients. There can be oxalates, which over time can build up and cause damage. But that doesn't mean I didn't like them. I loved them. I loved carrots with like a nice dip to go with them. Loved them. As a kid, I used to say I was part rabbit. However, my guts don't. I do not handle any plants of any kind. Any kind of fiber, can't do, because it causes me nothing but agonizing pain and distress. So I don't eat plants. But I know there are plenty of people who do eat some plants and they seem to be thriving. So if that is what works for you and you are feeling in your best possible health ever, go for it. It is not for me to say, it's not for me to judge. But I can tell you that for me, as somebody who has absolutely got histamine issues with plant materials, with dairy, with certain types of meat. If it's aged beef or cured or smoked meats of any kind, they flare up my rosacea, cause me to have breakouts, and I get bloated, and I have a lot of achiness and pain in my joints. So there are certain food groups or certain food items that some people can have with no issue, and therefore please feel free to eat them. By the way, I'm not saying if you enjoy eating processed sugar and carbs and you enjoy them and they taste nice and you think you're feeling okay, I'm not saying it's okay to eat tons of those. That's not what I'm saying, obviously, I hope. I'm saying out of the whole foods found in actual nature, there are certain ones I've learned through trial and much error that I simply cannot have. That may help you thrive incredibly, and I hope they do. But in my case, they don't work. I'm somebody who's probably a little bit closer to, say, Michaela Peterson, Michaela Fuller, I believe is her married name, who had to eliminate everything because of her rheumatoid, her arthritis, and because of other issues she suffered since she was young. And now she's thriving because she's taken all these other things out. I am one of those people, highly super sensitive to everything, except for the things that I've discovered cause me no issues, but help me to thrive and feel great. That being, again, for those of you who have seen some of my videos, ground beef, lots of butter, sausages, if they're fresh from the butchers, without anything added. So no fillers, no spices, no nothing like that. Just the ones we get from the butchers. And ones I sometimes get in town because they get theirs from the local butchers. Those I'm okay with, every now and again. So sorry, beef, butchers, fresh sausages with no additives or added seasonings and spices, egg yolks, diced chicken breasts, loads and loads of butter. Those are my all-time favorite things that I thrive on. And if you can enjoy more than that, if you enjoy and do well with fish and seafood and poultry and pork, have at it, please. But that is what I've found that when I eat off from the carnivore diet, those carnivore things that I personally eat make me feel nourished, strong, satiated, and I feel like I have more energy than I know what to do with half the time, which is fantastic. And it's also helped that I'm completely off of caffeine. Getting that stimulant out of my body was a huge game changer. I do find that I wake up in the morning relatively alert, I'm refreshed and not dragging, and I don't need that hit of caffeine anymore. Took a few days to get there, truth be told, but I'm there now. And so I realized yesterday that it was time to not hold on to the possible anxious worry about what if something happens and then I don't have the chair anymore, instead of trust that maybe things are going to be okay. Maybe I am actually healthy. In fact, I know I am. And therefore, I don't need the chair. And if someone else can make better use out of it because they actually do need to have a chair of some sort, then I might as well sell it and make sure that someone else can have it and put it to good use. So that is my great, exciting news I wanted to share with you guys. I know you guys are probably well aware. I haven't used this chair. I have not used this bad boy since October of 2023. So 10 months of walking and moving and exercise and just getting out and getting stronger and stronger all the time, which is great, without needing to use this. But finally trusting and accepting that I'm actually healed. And there may be small things that heal along the way, bit of loose skin that's slowly but surely tightening up, and just increasing my flexibility, continuing to strengthen my core, my abs and my core especially, a lot less lower back pain when I'm standing, which is great. Like right now I feel amazing. All these good things. I think we are all, as humans, we are all continuing works of progress, right? So there's always something that needs to improve and get better. But I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm just that excited to be able to say that, you know what, that's it. I'm free of it. I'm not going to worry about what might happen or what may not happen in the future. As of right now, I am healed. I no longer need this wheelchair. And I hope I can sell it soon and it can go to a good home to somebody who does actually need it, instead of it just taking up loads of space in the garage, which is never good. So I hope that something out of this video has been encouraging. I mean, I get it. I didn't have any specific dietary tips today, but I'm hoping maybe for some of you that perhaps you have a similar situation. Maybe you're dealing with severe fibromyalgia. Maybe you also have incredible chronic pain. Maybe you're hoping that you won't always have to be in a wheelchair. Perhaps you're hoping that if you use crutches or any kind of mobility device, that maybe there's a way to heal, that perhaps that can improve, that you may not need those things forever. And obviously I'm not a medical professional, but there is hope that it can get better. And certainly for me, carnivore diet was the key. which I found through God. So, faith and action together, faith in God, following a carnivore diet, eliminating the inflammatory and damaging foods from my body, from my diet, nourishing myself, giving myself time to heal, allowing myself the ability to try walking, to try moving, little by little, progress, not perfection. And the result is that now I get to sell this wheelchair because I don't need it anymore. And can I say for sure that that will be your case as well? No, but I'm saying that there's hope that it could be possible. It might be possible. Um, so it's worth trying. All right, guys, that is kind of it for me for today. Please just remind you all that I am still offering special summer discounts for my one-to-one coaching sessions, but please hurry and book now because spaces will be running out soon. All right. If you want some one-to-one support, if you want some more guided advice, go to the website. I always do that down at the bottom, and you can get in touch with me there, and we can book a time, and I can answer any further questions you might have. Hopefully, can help you one-to-one come up with a plan. In the meantime, I will continue to make content here on this channel because there are so many of you that have been supportive and behind me the whole way, and obviously, I want to keep providing you guys with updates. So I hope you're well, and I would love to hear your stories of improvements. If you've been following a low carb or keto or carnivore diet for a little while now and you're seeing some positive improvements, please let me know. Please share them with me. I would love to hear how you guys are doing. Let's encourage each other. We're supposed to be community. Let's encourage one another with positive, great stories. And again, they don't have to be, well, not again. Let me say, they do not have to be simply about scale victories. Like if you've lost weight and now you have more energy, that's fantastic. Of course it is. I was excited. In 6 months, I lost 100 pounds. That was exciting to me. However, the remaining physical overall healing to me is even more incredible. So it doesn't have to be a scale victory. You may not have had one yet, but any kind of victory, more energy, less brain fog, more interest in doing things, perhaps, whatever it might be. Please let me know. I would love to hear from you guys. All right, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate all your support. I will see you guys in the next video. Should have more content for you tomorrow. Take care, guys. Bye for now.